There, guys. So what do you see on the screen?
The guys playing a video game.
Yeah, a video game. What do you think about violence in the media?
It's really invasive since some years to now.
Okay.
It's not good for young people.
Which of these statements about violence in the media do you agree with?
Number one.
Number one. Thank you, Alicia.
I think all of them.
Do you agree with all of them? Let's
Yeah.
take a look. So one of them says it can make people aggressive,
Yes.
or it's just harmless entertainment. Can they
Oh,
be
harmless. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yes, it's the opposite.
It's the opposite, yes.
Yes. No, with number one, of course.
Then you agree with number one.
Mhm.
What about the rest of you guys?
Also number 3 and number 4.
And number
It should
4.
be banned.
Number 3.
Anybody else? Any other opinion?
Who's against?
Even
All
though
right.
the ones that the ones that doesn't have
The ones in plural, the ones
Uh-huh.
that don't.
the ones that don't have guns or people like bad
Violence.
guys. Uh-huh. Even though that ones the
Even-
ones that don't have
Don't have
that
violence.
images are violent.
Okay. All right. So basically 1, 3, and 4. Is that correct?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Because the kids get mad when they lost the game.
When they lose.
They lose the game, sorry.
All right. So we're going to read a small article about if the game is violent or is just a game. This is the article, okay? Now, when you have an article like this, and again, when you have an exam to take, what you're going to do is you're going to focus on the question. Yes, once again, we're going to focus on the question. If you read first, which is okay, if you want to read the entire article first, it's okay to do it. The exam won't penalize you. The only problem is that you may run out of time. Yes, if you have a limited amount of time, then you want to save time. If you want to save time, if you need to answer everything with a short amount of time, then what you do is you focus on the question and the question alone. The questions are designed to confuse you. The questions are designed to make you think 2 or 3 or 4 times about it. So if you want to read the article and then compare it with the question, it's going to consume a lot of your time. So do not focus on the article. No, you focus on the question. So according to the article, what is most disturbing about violence in the media? That's the whole thing you're going to focus on. What are the key words?
Disturbing.
Disturbing,
In the media.
Violence.
violence,
Media.
media. So that's what you're going to look for. Okay, the keywords, and then decide what is your answer. According to the article, what is most disturbing about violence in the media? And let's have 30 seconds. When you find it, please mark it.
Mm.
Okay, time's up, guys. What do you have?
Line 3 and 4.
Yeah. I was trying to highlight para
So what is the answer?
That is not just in adult entertainment.
Amen.
It's not just in adult entertainment. There you go. Yes, that is your answer. And of course, the exam will have some tricky questions. For example, it's just adult entertainment without the preposition in. Yes, or it will say it's only for adults. Or another question, another answer, another possible answer, it would say it's in children entertainment. So if you have an answer like that, it's in children's entertainment, that's what your answer is. Yes, if that's one of your options, that's what the answer would be. Yes. And that's when you focus only in the question, focusing only on the question. Now, let's go for the next one. Next question. According to the article, what is the trend in video game design? Are you ready?
Yes.
Time, let's have 30 seconds.
I found that.
What, you found it? Can you mark it, please?
Yes.
Mark it, go ahead and mark it. Highlight it, circle it, underline it.
I don't know if I can highlight it.
In text, next to text, there is draw.
Okay.
When you click on draw, then hit that shaded little square. Shaded, it has a lot of little buttons.
Oh,
And then you choose a color.
let me see. Oh, but this is a line, isn't it? Like,
But in draw, there is a square in it.
oh, like
There,
this.
yeah,
Okay.
like that. Disturbing trend. What is it?
Is the number of games that include extreme violence and killing.
This. So what is the answer? What is the answer alone? What is the trend?
Extreme violence and killing.
And killing.
Games that include extreme violence and killing.
Mhm.
Perfect. Let's go for the next one. One more time. You have 30 seconds. Hi, Michelle. Did the earthquake scare you too?
Oh, yes, but well, it doesn't, no, it didn't happen to worse.
Mhm. It's good. Yeah, it didn't happen as bad.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. So what has greater influence than television? That should be easy. Are you ready?
Mhm. Good influence on television.
All right, time's up, guys.
Number 3.
What do you mean number 3? Oh, I'm sorry. I have an answer here. I didn't catch it. So the answer is video games.
Video games.
Video games. Very good. Next. What's the percentage of junior high school students familiar with violent games?
%80.
Mhm.
Can you mark it, please? Highlight it. All right, guys. %80. Thank you. All right, let's go for the next question. Okay, next activity. Read for detail. Where do these sentences fit in the article? Write the correct letters in the spaces. There is one extra sentence. Now, furthermore, this is letter A. Furthermore, children who enjoy aggressive video and computer games show less prosocial behavior, such as helping people. Now, where would this go? Here's the article. Would it go in space number 1? Here? Or perhaps in space number 2? We also have number 3 and 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this article on the WhatsApp group. Here. I'm gonna send it to the WhatsApp group. Oh, but it's going to take a little time. Sorry. I had my computer off when I started the class. There, I have one. So what we're going to do is go in sessions, and in sessions you're going to realize the activity, okay?
Okay.
The questions, teacher?
Yes, I'll send the questions as well. There. All right, go ahead. Let's go in groups and I'll send you the questions in just a second. Okay, and Arturo and Michelle, room number 3, please.
So I don't have to join to room 1.
No.
Okay.
Adriana, David, and Diana, please stay
Okay.
and begin, please. What new facts did you learn from the article?
What new facts?
What is the question, teacher?
On the WhatsApp group, so you can share. You can open the image on the from the WhatsApp group. It's already in it.
Well, I don't know if you have opened your WhatsApp in your laptop.
You don't have you don't have WhatsApp open in your laptop, did you say?
No, not
No,
me.
what about you, Diana?
Yes, I have it.
On your computer?
We are in the computer and in the cell phone. Share or what?
That you will need to open WhatsApp on the computer so you can share it with the platform Zoom.
But I don't know how can I share it.
You need to open the WhatsApp on your computer first.
Yes, it is open.
It's open?
Yeah.
Okay, then open the image
Mhm.
and then go back to Zoom. And it says, a button says, share screen.
Okay, okay.
No, you can't find the button.
Sorry.
No, on the bottom that says
It's in the
security,
middle.
participants, chat,
Share
Participants.
screen.
share screen, groups, reactions.
Yeah, can I? Yes.
There, very good.
Yay.
All right, go ahead.
You
The
learned
question-
something new.
Yes. The question is this. That's the question. Okay, ask and answer the question. I'll
What
see you.
new facts did you learn from the article?
Well, obviously about the violence in video games, no? And how can they affect the students or
The
the
students. Mhm.
teenagers? And I think obviously they affect them. Well, for example, in my case that I have a kid, I don't like that kind of games. And I have another example, like my nephew. Sorry for the noises. He is 7 years old, but her mom gave him a tablet, and he all the time is playing that kind of video games. And let me tell you, when we don't have the tablet to play that kind of video games, he is so aggressive. And really, I think that they are not good, good games for them.
Okay.
Oh yes, I've seen one of my nephews. When he goes to my mom's house, I have two older brothers, so they have certain video games that are violent. So they borrowed the video game to my nephew, and I've seen him that he stresses a lot. He starts yelling. He gets angry when he loses, or when I don't know, when he's playing. So I've seen that, and I don't like it either. So when I have a baby, I think I won't allow them to play those kind of video games, because I've seen that it's not good for them. So I don't know, maybe if the video games have something good for the children, I don't know, but I only seen the bad part or the worst part of the video game. So I don't think they're good.
Okay. Can I speak?
Yeah, sure. I mean, what do you think? Because you're a man, I think you like to play video games.
Okay. In my case, I have a little daughter. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I have a little daughter. When she got up every day, she use the cell phone 2 or 3 hours a day, and sometimes I say, stop, please. see the videos. So your mother should be stay with you. Another example is um,
Yeah, we're hearing you, David.
okay. Another example is when we see or we watch television. There are some programs for adults, for youngs, and my daughter is little. She can watch this program, and so we try to turn off the television, or we try to say that no see, or looking for some cartoon for her.
Yeah, something that she could watch.
Yes, I think it's difficult.
And it
Lot of-
and I think it's hard. Like nowadays, I've seen a lot of children being with the tablets, being watching video games all day. A friend of mine has a little son, and I've seen that he's always playing in the on the tablet. So I don't like that. When he's eating, he's on the tablet. So for him to eat, he needs to be watching something. So I don't think that that's correct. I don't know. Maybe when I have a baby, maybe
I-
that's another story, but I don't think I don't agree with it.
Well, let me tell you, and because I said the same, I don't like it, but in some cases I had to do it. But obviously, well, I think that we cannot obey because they are they born with the technology, with the gadgets, no? And obviously we cannot obey them.
So
They
we can looking for some educational
in the school nowadays
education.
we are using this, no? For example, I am working with kids so younger, and to do different activities, I am using Kahoot. Do you know something about Kahoot? They are playing and they can move all this. But about the video games, well, I think I agree with you, Adriana. I don't like them.
But let's see, well, I know that we, or this new era was born or with the technology, but I think like how our parents did with for example, in my case, we are 6 children. So how did my mom make it when we were out to a restaurant or something? We didn't have tablets or phones or nothing. So
And you know what? Something curious. I went to drop off my kids once to school, and the teacher told us, parents, please don't give a cell phone to your kid. I know you're worried. I know safety. I know everything, but come on, you and I grew up without cell phones.
Yes, we
yes.
did.
That's what he said. And of course, it's true. All right, guys. How was it? Did you finish sharing your opinions?
Yes.
Yes. What is the most interesting opinion you heard?
Well, that is, I
We
think
all-
we all share that it's harmful for children. Like they tend to be aggressive, so it's not
So a
good at
video
all.
game, a video game can turn a kid aggressive.
Yes.
Sometimes, yes.
All right.
Addicted.
Aggressive
And
is
addictive,
stressful.
Antisocial.
antisocial, maybe. So let's listen to a part of a lecture about violence and the media. Choose the best phrase to complete the summary of the speaker's argument. So in your opinion, what is the answer? There is a clear link between violence in the media and crime, or there is no proof of a link, or there are a number of links. What is your opinion? A, B, or C?
After we hear the audio or,
In your opinion?
oh,
There is a clear link.
Yes, I think
There
letter
is a
A.
clear link. Yes, everybody agrees? All right, now let's listen to the lecture and let's check what the answer is.
Page 27. Lesson D. A bad A. About violence and the media. Choose the best phrase to complete the summary of the speaker's argument.
There is a lot of concern these days about violence in our media. Some psychologists who study this issue argue that violence on TV, in movies, and in music is responsible for making people more violent in their thoughts and actions. Take, for example, violent video games. The problem with video games, researchers say, is that playing them makes people feel more violent and behave more aggressively towards others. Violent video games are the main cause of violent crime and other social problems. But can this be true? And what are the facts? Well, let's look first at the statistics. Over the last 25 years, there has been a huge increase in the sales of video games in the US, as well as in other countries. However, during that time, the number of violent crimes that are committed by young people has actually fallen. In fact, youth crime in the US is the lowest it has been for over 30 years. This suggests that there is no clear link between playing video games and committing violent crime. Second, the majority of young people play video games. Research shows that around 90% of boys and 40% of girls are gamers. However, the majority of young people are not violent and do not commit antisocial acts. So the numbers do not add up to the claim that violent entertainment makes people violent. Now, critics say that games desensitize people to killing. But games are games, and reality is reality. People, including young people, can tell the difference between fact and fiction. Every day they learn lessons about right and wrong from their families, school, and society. For them, these games are just that, games. Now, it is possible that violent video games may have an impact on some people. They may have some influence on people who are already aggressive or violent, or who live in difficult situations. However, there is no evidence that video game playing turns normal people into killers. Let's not forget either that around 60% of gamers are adults. As an adult, surely I have the right to choose what to watch and play. This is a complex issue, but we really shouldn't worry too much that violence in video games, movies, and TV is making our kids more violent.
All right, guys. So were you able to listen to the audio?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, was it clear? Yeah, good. All right, so what is this, the saying? There is a clear link between violence
There
and
is no-
in the
There is
media
no
and crime.
There's no proof of
Sí.
No
the
proof
link.
of it.
No proof of a link.
There is no proof of a link. Is that what the lecturer says?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
correct. The lecturer says there is no proof of a link. Very good. Now, listen again and circle the correct options. Now, what do you think the speaker says? The speaker agrees or does not agree that violent entertainment makes people aggressive.
Doesn't agree.
Doesn't agree.
Doesn't agree? Does not agree. What about number 2? Over the last 25 years, there has been a rise or a drop in violent youth crime.
All right.
A rise? Okay. Number 3, around 90% of boys and 14 or 40% of girls.
40% of girls.
40?
40%. Yes.
Number 4, he says that people can or can't tell the difference between fact and fiction.
Can.
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 10.
And 5, he claims that there is some or no evidence that games
No
turn people
evidence.
into
No
killers.
evidence.
No
No
evidence.
No.
evidence.
No evidence. All right. Now, in the 5 answers you just gave, one is incorrect. Would you like to listen again? Or you want the answer?
Listen again.
I think
Let's listen again.
it might be the number 2, maybe.
Number 2?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. So let's, I want to turn off my microphone. Let's turn off our microphones and listen to the audio.
Page 27. 3. List
Some psychologists who study this issue argue that violence on TV, in movies, and in music is responsible for making people more violent in their thoughts and actions. Take, for example, violent video games. The problem with video games, researchers say, is that playing them makes people feel more violent and behave more aggressively towards others. Violent video games are the main cause of violent crime and other social problems. But can this be true? And what are the facts? Well, let's look first at the statistics. Over the last 25 years, there has been a huge increase in the sales of video games in the US, as well as in other countries. However, during that time, the number of violent crimes that are committed by young people has actually fallen. In fact, youth crime in the US is the lowest it has been for over 30 years. This suggests that there is no clear link between playing video games and committing violent crime. Second, the majority of young people play video games. Research shows that around 90% of boys and 40% of girls are gamers. However, the majority of young people are not violent and do not commit antisocial acts. So the numbers do not add up to the claim that violent entertainment makes people violent. Now, critics say that games desensitize people to killing. But games are games, and reality is reality. People, including young people, can tell the difference between fact and fiction. Every day they learn lessons about right and wrong from their families, school, and society. For them, these games are just that, games. Now, it is possible that violent video games may have an impact on some people. They may have some influence on people who are already aggressive or violent, or who live in difficult situations. However, there is no evidence that video game playing turns normal people into killers. Let's not forget either that around 60% of gamers are adults. As an adult, surely I have the right to choose what to watch and play. This is a complex issue, but we really shouldn't worry too much that violence in video games, movies, and TV is making our kids more violent.
Okay, so what do you guys have?
Number 2 is incorrect.
Number 2. So the answer is drop. Everybody agrees, or are there some other answers?
Number 4 is can.
Number 4.
Can't. Like negative, yes, can't.
Can't.
Okay.
Actually, like that is correct. These are correct answers. Okay. Yes. The speaker does not agree. In the last 25 years, there has been a drop in violent youth crime. 40% of girls are play video games. People can, positive can, tell the difference. And there is no evidence that games turn people into killers. Okay, guys, we are finished for today. How was the class?
Wow.
Great.
It was good?
Good.
It went fast.
Yes,
Perfect.
Interesting.
really fast.
Interesting. And it's an interesting topic. It's a very interesting topic. The topic, or actually what the article says, is the opposite of what we think and feel. So It's a good topic to talk about, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions, guys? No?
No. No.
No.
All right. Now the homework could be this one, this lesson. I'm sorry. This lesson is in the viewpoint, unit 2, lesson D. This is the today's class, but if you want to practice more reading, then
Por eso logran hacer esto.
unit 3, lesson D.
Sí, observa.
Yeah, so that could be the homework, unit 3, lesson D, if you like. It would be good for you.
Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, so the class was okay. There are no questions. Everything was great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys. Then I'll
You
see
too.
you tomorrow.
Thank
Good
you. Bye,
night.
everyone.
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
Good night, guys. Bye, ladies.
Bye, teacher. It was a
Bye.
pleasure to know that you are okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Good to know that you're okay too. Bye.